Electro, Assaulting Battery. Electro represents a volatile legendary human villain, whose power builds like stored electrical energy waiting to be released. His design reflects a dangerous red-aligned threat that converts spellcasting and accumulated mana into explosive damage. Electro is a flying to 3 creature that allows you to keep unspent red mana as steps and phases end. He also adds red mana whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, and when he leaves the battlefield, he can turn paid mana into direct damage to a target player. A Spellslinger deck built around Electro focuses on casting many cheap instants and sorceries to generate repeated mana advantages. The deck works by chaining spells, storing excess red mana, controlling the pace of the game, and eventually converting that stored energy into a decisive damage burst. Combo ideas for Electro decks. Combo number 1. Pyromancer's Goggles, plus Reverberate. Required conditions: 1. Pyromancer's Goggles is on your battlefield. 2. Reverberate is in your hand. 3. You have an additional instant or sorcery spell in your hand. 4. You have a red mana, plus enough mana to cast the additional instant or sorcery spell. Combo activation steps: 1. Cast any instant or sorcery spell. 2. Holding priority, activate Pyromancer's Goggles, and tap it, adding a red mana to your mana pool. 3. Cast Reverberate, targeting the instant or sorcery cast in step 1. 4. Pyromancer's Goggles triggers, then copy Reverberate, with the copy targeting the original Reverberate. 5. Resolve the copy of Reverberate, then create another copy of Reverberate, still targeting the original Reverberate. 6. Repeat step 5. Combo result: Infinite Magecraft triggers. Combo number 2, Storm-Kiln Artist, plus Seething Song, plus Reiterate. Required conditions: 1. Storm-Kiln Artist is on your battlefield. 2. Seething Song is in your hand. 3. Reiterate is in your hand. 4. You have enough mana to cast Seething Song and Reiterate with buyback. Combo activation steps: 1. Cast Seething Song. 2. Storm-Kiln Artist triggers, then create a treasure token. 3. Holding priority, activate a treasure token, then tap and sacrifice it, adding a red mana to your mana pool. 4. Cast Reiterate with buyback, targeting Seething Song. 5. Storm-Kiln Artist triggers again, then create another treasure token. 6. Resolve Reiterate, then copy Seething Song, and return Reiterate to your hand. 7. Storm-Kiln Artist triggers again, then create another treasure token. 8. Resolve the copy of Seething Song, adding 5 red mana to your mana pool. 9. Repeat from step 3. Combo results: 1. Infinite treasure tokens. 2. Infinite colored mana. 3. Infinite Magecraft triggers. 4. Infinite storm count. 5. Infinite power for Storm-Kiln Artist. 6. Infinite copies of instant and sorcery spells on the stack. Combo number 3, Dualcaster Mage, plus Twinflame. Required conditions: 1. Dualcaster Mage is in your hand. 2. Twinflame is in your hand. 3. You control at least 1 creature. 4. You have enough mana to cast Dualcaster Mage and Twinflame. Combo activation steps: 1. Cast Twinflame, targeting a creature you control. 2. Holding priority, cast Dualcaster Mage. 3. Dualcaster Mage ETB ability triggers, then copy Twinflame, targeting Dualcaster Mage with it. 4. Resolve the copy of Twinflame, then create a token copy of Dualcaster Mage. 5. Repeat from step 3. Combo results: 1. Infinite ETB triggers. 2. Infinite LTB triggers. 3. Infinite creature tokens with haste. 4. Infinite Magecraft triggers. Combo number 4, Electro, Assaulting Battery, plus Aggravated Assault, plus Sozin's Comet. Required conditions: 1. Electro Assaulting Battery is on your battlefield. 2. Aggravated Assault is on your battlefield. 3. Sozin's Comet is in your hand or was foretold. 4. You control a creature that can successfully attack this turn. 5. You have enough mana to cast Sozin's Comet. Combo activation steps. 1. Cast Sozin's Comet, giving each creature you control Firebending 5 ability until end of turn. 2. Declare a creature as an attacker, triggering its Firebending ability, adding 5 red mana to your mana pool. 3. Move to your post-combat main phase. You will not lose the mana due to Electro. 4. Activate Aggravated Assault, then untap all creatures you control, and you get an additional combat and main phase after this one. 5. Repeat from step 2. Combo results. 1. Infinite combat phases. 2. Infinite red mana. Combo number 5. Runaway Steam-Kin, plus Grinning Ignus. Required conditions. 1. Runaway Steam-Kin is on your battlefield. 2. Grinning Ignus is in your hand. 3. You have enough mana to cast and activate Grinning Ignus. Combo activation steps. 1. If Runaway Steam-Kin has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, activate it, and remove 3 +1/+1 counters from it, adding 3 red mana to your mana pool. 2. Cast Grinning Ignus. 3. Runaway Steam-Kin triggers, then put a +1/+1 counter on it. 4. Activate Grinning Ignus, and return it from the battlefield to your hand, adding 2 colorless mana and a red mana to your mana pool. 5. Repeat. Combo results. 1. Infinite ETB triggers. 2. Infinite LTB triggers. 3. Infinite Storm count.
Hi Commander, if you are new here, welcome to our channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Enjoy!
Non-game changer cards that are commonly found in Electro decks. Braid of Fire. Stored upkeep. Braid of Fire produces increasing red mana during upkeep, and Electro allows that unspent red mana to remain as steps and phases end, letting the deck carry that mana into later parts of the turn. Spell Chaining. The preserved red mana from Braid of Fire helps fuel multiple instant and sorcery spells, while Electro adds another red mana each time one of those spells is cast. Lethal Discharge. As Braid of Fire builds larger amounts of red mana over time, Electro can convert that accumulated mana into a major damage burst when he leaves the battlefield. Ashling, Flame Dancer. Mana Retention. Ashling and Electro both prevent unspent red mana from disappearing, allowing the deck to preserve red mana across steps and phases for larger spell chains. Spell Velocity. Ashling rewards casting or copying instants and sorceries with card filtering, while Electro adds red mana whenever an instant or sorcery is cast, helping the deck maintain both resources and tempo. Pressure Scaling. Ashling's second Magecraft Resolution damages opponents and their creatures, while Electro can later convert accumulated mana into direct player damage when he leaves the battlefield. Overmaster. Protected Spell. Overmaster ensures the next key instant or sorcery cannot be countered, helping an Electro deck safely resolve an important burn spell, ritual, or finisher. Mana Trigger. Because Overmaster is a sorcery, casting it triggers Electro's ability to add red mana, effectively replacing its mana cost while advancing the deck's spell chain. Card Flow. Overmaster draws a card after setting up protection, allowing the Spellslinger strategy to maintain momentum, while continuing to cast instants and sorceries. Storm-Kiln Artist. Treasure Engine. Storm-Kiln Artist creates treasure tokens whenever you cast or copy instants and sorceries, giving Electro's Spellslinger deck additional mana to continue chaining spells. Spell Multiplication. Copying instants or sorceries also triggers Storm-Kiln Artist's Magecraft ability, making copy effects especially valuable beside Electro's cast-based red mana generation. Artifact Scaling. The treasure tokens increase Storm-Kiln Artist's power, while also storing resources that help support larger turns and Electro's eventual damage payoff. Pyretic Ritual. Mana Acceleration. Pyretic Ritual produces 3 red mana for only 2 mana, giving the deck an immediate resource boost for chaining more instants and sorceries. Electro trigger. Since Pyretic Ritual is an instant, casting it triggers Electro to add an additional red mana, effectively turning the spell into an even stronger red mana ritual. Stored energy. Electro prevents unspent red mana from disappearing as steps and phases end, allowing Pyretic Ritual's excess red mana to be preserved for later spells. Urabrask. The Great Work. Spell damage. Urabrask rewards the same instant and sorcery casting pattern as Electro by dealing damage to opponents while also adding red mana for each spell cast. Mana momentum. Electro preserves unspent red mana, allowing Urabrask's added red mana and the Great Work's treasure resources to support longer and more efficient spell chains. Graveyard casting. The Great Work's third chapter lets the deck cast instants and sorceries from graveyards, extending the Spellslinger opportunities. Doubling Cube. Mana amplification. Doubling Cube doubles each type of unspent mana you have, making it especially powerful after Electro has helped preserve a large amount of red mana across steps and phases. Explosive turns. Electro generates red mana whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, and Doubling Cube can turn that accumulated red mana into a much larger pool for chaining more spells in one turn. Finisher Fuel. Since Electro can deal X damage to a target player when he leaves the battlefield, Doubling Cube helps increase the available mana for that final damage payment. Guttersnipe. Damage Engine. Guttersnipe converts every instant and sorcery cast into 2 damage to each opponent, giving Electro's Spellslinger deck a steady way to pressure the table while casting spells. Shared Trigger. Both Guttersnipe and Electro reward casting instants and sorceries, with Guttersnipe dealing damage while Electro adds red mana to help continue the spell chain. Stack Pressure. Guttersnipe's triggered ability resolves even if the spell that caused it is countered, allowing the deck to keep dealing damage while Electro continues supporting explosive spell-based turns. Runaway Steam-Kin. Red Scaling. Runaway Steam-Kin gains +1/+1 counters from casting red spells, which naturally aligns with an Electro deck filled with red instants and sorceries. Mana Looping. After 3 red spell casts, Runaway Steam-Kin can remove its counters to add 3 red mana, while Electro adds another red mana from each instant or sorcery cast. Stored Output. Electro allows unspent red mana to remain as steps and phases end, making Runaway Steam-Kin's burst mana easier to preserve for later spell chains. Fire Nation Palace. Combat Mana. Fire Nation Palace can give Electro or another creature firebending ability, producing for red mana during combat that can help fund instant speed Spellslinger plays. Mana Storage. Electro's ability to preserve unspent red mana makes the red mana generated through firebending more flexible beyond normal combat timing restrictions. Damage Setup. The extra red mana from Fire Nation Palace can be stored and later used to pay Electro's LTB ability for a larger damage burst. Post your commander on the comments section below, and we will create a video like this for you. Thank you for watching.